Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teachers. So a lot going on. We have a new Pope, and the Pope is from the mean streets of Chicago, Illinois, just like myself, a South Sider. And you've probably seen all the pictures before, the Pope wearing, Bulls logos. He had a Cubs logo on, and now he has a White Sox logo on because he was first reported to be a Cubs fan, got a Bears logo on. But here's the thing, folks. We talked about curses the other day, and I'm glad he's not a Cubs fan because the curse of the Pope is going to be real for Chicago sports. It's one of those things. It has to happen. Quite a few years ago, the United States Ryder Cup team, they found out when they were at Medina this huge lead against the Europeans. On that Sunday, it was your typical Chicago sporting event. Poof, the lead was gone and the United States lost. So White Sox fans, you could be in for Zach and Porter. Be careful, guys. You guys could be in for some real hurt coming up here with the Pope. Now, I read a ESPN article, and all 32 NFL teams are there. What's their biggest hole? What's their biggest need? And I before I looked at the article, I said, well, for the Packers, it's going to be one of two things, and they are connected. Either the edge rusher or the cornerbacks. Now, if Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness can get home and roost to the quarterback, that's not going to be a problem. And then your cornerbacks are not going to be as big of an issue. But until I see Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness with, 10, 12 sacks apiece, one of them maybe 15, cornerback's going to be in need. Now, Jaire Alexander, very, very talented. And as time has gone on, he has lacked the most important ability of all, availability. And even last year, like when he was cleared to go back, I can't play for whatever reasons, those kinds of shenanigans, they definitely get old. And Jaire's a very good player. I still think he's a very good player, a little bit older, some injuries, and it puts the Packers in a very tough position because I feel like if they do restructure a contract or he comes back and he plays, what are we going to get? I don't want the shenanigans whatsoever, and we very well could get that. He's a little bit out there, dude, a little bit different, and when you're playing well, that's awesome. We love those kinds of things. But when you're not available, it's just a distraction to the team. I do feel like if they cut him, he is going to be a Detroit Lion or a Minnesota Viking. That's the way those things happen. And he gets new life, new organization. He'll be a problem for the Green Bay Packers. Trading him, I'm not sure, what you get back for him. But I think it's due like maybe $17 million next year. I don't know if any other team is going to pay him that. He is very talented, but injury prone of late here. Could be a distraction in the clubhouse. So we'll see what happens there. My idea, I would love to see a restructured contract, bring him back for less money with more incentives. And I heard this on the radio the other day. Have his incentives be more than that $17 million to make him ball out. Money talks, folks. All right, class is in session. Today is Friday, May 9th, lesson 165. And today goes out to Ken over at God is Great, Otanjo Boy Media. I think that says happy birthday, buddy. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it way wrong, but happy birthday to you. Ken's always shouting out everybody. One of those guys in the community who's always there. Has shouted myself out, Graham out a few times. We've had pack battles, exchanged cards back and forth. So thank you for your friendship. And I always get confused with time change. I mean, going from the central to the eastern time zone, I'm like, what time is it in South Bend, Indiana? But I think it was yesterday, which would have been today. You guys know what I'm saying, and say hi to the kids as well. Now, in 1945, Balata balls were introduced to Major League Baseball. I did not know this. When I first started playing golf, golf balls were made out of Balata, much softer material. Did not go as far as, say, Pro V1s, TP5s. And I read an article where it kind of deadened the ball a little bit. I think they said a regular baseball had a 14% bounce to it, and these Balata balls had like a 8% bounce, something like that. It was a single digit number, so they've gone away from that. Now, a guy that could hit no matter what the ball was. 1960, Tony Gwynn was born. Oh my, could he hit? And one of my fondest memories of a child is reading about the Tony Gwynn batting cage in the Sports Illustrated for a Kid magazine, and then my dad and I going out to the garage and putting that batting cage there. Really great memory, something I did with my dad. Let's now see if we can go downtown hunting. Okay, we're back, and I should have said yesterday, football did win the pack battle. Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor, both players that have been in the classroom, number of the day. I have talked about them before. And it was the Hunter Green card. Sorry, Grizzo. The Hunter Green card that kind of lost it for baseball. I did talk to the students about after we were done voting, and they just weren't sure who that was. So Grizzo's card, sorry about that. Now, the students did, by a landslide, voted Ohtani and Judge were the best cards. I put all 6 cards out, let students vote, and I think it was like 23 students here yesterday. I think 9 of them voted for Ohtani, 8 were for Judge, the rest were kind of sprinkled out there. I did put Tom Waddle out there. Tom Waddle got 2 votes, I think. So that was the results, folks. That was the results. So we're going to go with 3 of these packs here today. Got to spread them out. Still waiting for those Dick's Sporting Good ones to come. I think they may have shipped. I'm pretty sure they have shipped. So, all right, 3 packs here today. Wish me a little bit of luck. I know we're going to get at least 1 downtown this season. Come on. I mean, this one's not really cooperating much here, is it? Man, that reminds me of my first time opening packs on camera. Many, many moons ago. Now I'm a semi-professional. All right, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Jefferson against the Eagles there, I think. Nicky 2 times. What do you think about that one there? Jacoby Myers. Mitchell got another Eagle. All right, go on the outside right there. So I'm definitely looking for the downtown. That's the only one that has a chance of a Green Bay Packer. The Hall of Fame ones and the Uptowns do not have Packers in them. Cortland Sutton, Kayvon Thibodeau, Pink, Bucky Irvin. That's a nice one to get. You also want to get rookies in your packs. Bucky Irvin is going to be a nice one to get. And a Jermaine Burton to end it off. All right, last chance at it here, folks. Last chance for today. So I've been thinking about the summer lineup already. I think what I'm going to do is it'll be maybe a short for the home run challenge. I'm going to start some of those giveaways going on over the summer and then do a longer video on Fridays. It'll definitely have downtowns, but maybe some other stuff. All right, Keenan Allen, Allen Lazard, one of Aaron Rodgers' buddies. Where is Aaron Rodgers going? Jonathan Brooks. Oh, got a little handout there. That's one of the weakest stiff arms I've ever seen, folks. If it's a Heisman Trophy pose, I don't think so either, Jonathan. And the last card is Devin Leary. He's got a comfortable job there, as long as he has one, in Baltimore, playing behind Lamar Jackson. Class is dismissed.